welcome once more to Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently standing in the Crystarium to do a bunch of side quests I so far have not been doing. And I think we start here in the Cabinet of Curiosity with Antibat from a distance. Pardon me, might you be the Crystal Exarch's esteemed guest? I'd like to borrow your expertise if you have a moment to spare. Alright. There's a boy, you see, who frequents the cabinet regularly. Like so many of his peers, he has never experienced the world outside the Crystarium, and so he comes here to catch glimpses of it in the pages of time-worn books. I'm certain that what he truly desires is to learn of a living, breathing world, however. The world as it is today, through the eyes of one who has seen it. Might you share your experience with him? I believe you'll find him just up the stairs. Curious child. You're from far away? Then can you tell me what the world outside is like? Pretty please? Oh, wait, can you tell me about the animals? They're a lot, right? Father says they're all dangerous though. Is that true? Most are only dangerous if we make them mad. Really? Ooh. What about what it looks like? Does the whole world look like Laidland? Some of it is more different than you could ever imagine. Oh, I think I understand. Then what about traveling? Mother says it's not worth it. There's nothing to see out there and it's too dangerous. We want to go on adventures. What do you think? It can be dangerous, but it's always worthwhile. I see. I'm sure no. I want to see the world. I'm going to study and practice martial arts. When I'm strong and clever, I'll go on an adventure. Good. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for letting me ask questions, and please tell Antibert that I'm going home. I have a lot of work to do. I wonder if Father will let me practice with his axe. Yes, I saw him dash past, eyes twinkling. I do believe in the magic of a written word. How could I not? But it's not quite the same as meeting someone who has been there, who herself is part of the wider world. I've never ventured far from the Crystarium myself, you see, so I know the wonder and fascination that comes from hearing the fireside tales of travelers. You have my personal gratitude for sharing a bit of that with our young friend today. Good. Beth then. His own medicine. Oh my, you look terribly pale, and there are scholars who haven't set foot outside in weeks, so that's saying something. Please, pay visit to Spuggerix, post-haste. The Ace reporters know that I've told the Crystal Exarch the very same many times, and suffice it to say that he has learned to listen. Okay, the infirmary. Feihan. Befton sent you, You do look rather drained. Why, the circles under your eyes are almost as deep as the Exarch's. Please take this. It's a simple but potent syrup that should balance your humors and reinvigorate you somewhat. Dina's ever coming by for more doses to foist upon the Exarch when he works himself to exhaustion, so you may be assured that it is efficacious. Now, you drink that in front of me. Not that I don't trust you to take it, but I do have quite a few years of experience working in this field, and I've found that it's better to be certain that the patient is following my instructions. Feihan will be deeply displeased if you do not drink the medicine where he might observe you doing so. So I need to target him here. Or what? Or was it too far away? You down the bottle in one gulp, but nevertheless are overpowered by the taste of vinegar and cannot help but grimace, then scowl. We exactly have the same face the first time we tried it. Your cheeks do have a bit more color to them now, though. Please, do bear in mind that I'm merely doing my job. For if you feel you must be avenged in some fashion, I might be persuaded to provide you another dose for Befton. For all he fusses over others, a man is constantly working himself to the bone. Funny with the paleness is my character actually is extremely pale. Of course, that is not because of that is not how the quest reacts. And he could be perfectly dark-skinned or something, and they would still say that in the quest, right? You went? I imagine that he gave you the syrup then. Yep, and one extra for you. That really won't be necessary. I'm quite well, I assure you. A picture of health. You can't talk your way out of this. Very well, but please don't make me drink it here. If they see my face, the others will never let me live it down. In any case, I'm relieved to see that you no longer seem to be on the point of collapsing into a heap of books. Do take care of yourself, or else. Good. What else do we have? Yeah, marrow launch. Got some quests close by. E-Wheel of the Gods. Simple gifts. Oh, it's you. On behalf of all of us, thank you for fighting for the Crystarium. As a matter of fact, several citizens have prepared small gifts for you to show their appreciation. I said that if I saw you, I would let you know, and here you are. The ones that I have heard from are Justin in Musica Universalis, Tobiel in Sweet Thief, and one of the instructors with a facet of gathering. What was her name again? No matter, you'll find her at the Quadrivium with the children. When you have a moment, please speak with them. Oh, I'm so glad that you haven't already left the city. I wanted to present you with this gift. It's from all of us. We wanted to give you something homegrown, but we're worried about burdening you too much, so we used fruit from the orchards to make juice. Hopefully it will make for a refreshing treat on the road. Thank you for stopping by. I very much want to present this to you directly. You probably won't be surprised that this is what we came up with, but the merchants here thought that a piece of armor would be most useful to you, so we pooled our funds for this. May it serve you well. Tobiel. Greetings and heartfelt thanks. It's only because you fought for us that our vegetable plots remain intact, and we may continue to live peacefully. It is but a meager offering in comparison to what you've done for us, but we prepared some food using vegetables grown here for you to take with you on your journey. I hope that it suits your palate. Back to Iril. You met with everyone then? Wonderful. If you like, I can prepare those gifts for you to carry more easily. Here you are. Please know that no matter where you travel, you'll be in our thoughts. Prospective poet. Do you like poetry? This requires a sensitive soul. Apologies, I probably ought to provide context. I'm composing a gift for my aged grandmother, who lost her sight some time ago. I wish to convey to her the endless beauty of the night sky, through verse. To do so, however, I must explore the myriad emotion that shimmering inky expanse evokes in the heart. I'm sure you understand. I would beg you assist me in asking those of the Crystarium what the night sky means to them. Help the poet! How does the night sky make me feel? Fascinated mainly, it's a far sight different than what I had imagined reading of it. Brighter and closer somehow, as if I could reach out and touch it. I could scarce believe it at first. The night had returned. I sat upward, trying to burn it to my mind, wondering if it would disappear again. Then I saw a star. I don't know how else to describe it. Fall! Astonishing. The night. It's a strange and wonderful thing. Where to ride my armor ever upward, I wonder. Would I arrive among the stars? I think I should like to. And how did I speak of a night sky to you? Oh yes, that's good. I can feel the words stir within me. I must recite this to my grandmother at once, but the image remains vivid in my mind. When you have a moment, might you come to the catenaries and meet her? She's always so delighted by travelers' tales. Yeah? This is the traveler I told you of, grandmother. One who assisted in finding inspiration for my poem. And what a beautiful poem it was, so full of love and awe and hope. Just as beautiful as the night sky that you returned to us, my dear, I'm sure. But you... what? You didn't notice, child? You need to truly see the world around you if you're to make a living as a poet. You are the warrior of darkness? They asked you for help with my poetry. Thank goodness I didn't insist upon reciting it to you. I would have died of shame just now. Oh, you needn't be so dramatic. It did turn out quite well. And now we've had this lovely chat, isn't that right, my dear? Good. What else do we have? Oh dear, no, my... You there, help! My wife is having a baby! A baby! Isn't that good? I was there, but the nurse said I was making everyone anxious and threw me out. I came out here for fresh air. I'm having an awfully hard time breathing for some reason. But I can't just wait. You have to tell them to let me back in, quickly. Wait! She's an adorable child and surprisingly quiet given her father. I'm exhausted. Wicked White, it's a baby. Yes, yes, a lovely baby girl. And both she and your wife are quite well, so please, do calm down. It's a baby. Our child. Goodness me, you brought the Exarch's guest with you. Well, since you're already here, would you like to welcome this little one to the world? Welcome. Thank you, I'm sure that she understands. This will make a wonderful story to tell when she's older. I'm so happy I can barely breathe. Actually, I really can't breathe. I think I need to step outside for a moment. She seems quite content. Oh yes, I'm fine. Just a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. I'm a father. And to think that you were there to greet my daughter. She'll grow up knowing the tales of your heroes, I promise. A dirty trick. But you have come here and gazed at me with such bright and eager eyes. It can only mean one thing. You, madam, are an aspiring breeder. What? No. No need to be embarrassed. It's perfectly natural to take an interest in the mating habits of livestock. But those secrets are not for the uninitiated, I'm afraid. We need to start with the basics, and that means cleaning the stables. Okay. Why am I going along with this? Hello, chicken. Slime in the water? That's the spirit. Now, take this pungent sack. It's for Striel over in Sweet Thief. Are we delivering dung? Hello there, has anyone ever told you the smell of fertilizer? Yep, it's dung. It's manure. Ah, that explains that then. Thank you. Without such rich fertilizer as this, we'd never be able to grow the quantity of vegetables that we do. I usually provide Zell Granleur with produce in return. Would you mind taking it to him? Hopefully the bag isn't too heavy. It's full of root vegetables and the like for the animals. They do eat quite a bit. You're back. And you brought me vegetables. My, you are helplessly industrious, aren't you? At this point I should probably confess that I never actually mistook you for an aspiring breeder. I was joking. But to my complete shock, you did what I asked. So then I thought to myself, surely she'd catch on if I tried to hand over a little sack of shite, but... The point is, I got carried away. I apologize. Please take this as payment for your efforts. Bilford. A cry for help. Yeah, you look as if you could use something to occupy yourself with. I received a flyer soliciting help at Spaggerix, but I'm far too busy for my own duties to contribute. It seems a shame to not at least pass it on, though. They do good work there, vital work. If you're interested in offering your assistance, you'll find Spaggerix just southward of here. Feihan should be more than willing to explain the specific task that volunteering would entail. On. I'm back again. You don't appear to have any gaping wounds. Are you here for a tincture, perhaps? If so, I'm afraid it will take some time to prepare. No, but I heard you look for volunteers. You've come in answer to our pleas for help. Oh, thank goodness. We don't have nearly enough manpower to keep up with the demand for poultices and restoratives at present. And I constantly feel as if I'm mere moments away from losing my wits from the stress of it. In fact, are you available to start right away? I am in urgent need of someone who might go to the Hortorium for more Dawn Fatale cuttings and nectar. If you're unsure of what they look like, never fear, Linnea will direct you to the correct plant. Hortorium is by the Cabinet of Curiosity? Oh, a new assistant at Spagrix, are you? What can I help you with today? Oh, Dawn Fatales. Naturally, those are the brightly colored, brush-like plants that you see. I recommend you take a cutting from the tallest one. We've been quite successful in encouraging their growth of late, so you needn't worry about taking what you require. As for the nectar, you need to ask one of the researchers at the Cauldron for that. It's a bit too difficult for an amateur to extract. Since it seems that it's your first time encountering them, it may interest you to hear that the Dawn Fatale is one of the few plants that have survived from the time before the flood. Then they were kept solely for their beauty, which I agree is quite remarkable. In the time since the flood, however, we have experimented with various cultivars to intensify their healing properties, and they are now used in a variety of medicines. I hope that gives you a bit of an appreciation for the sort of work done here, though I apologize for the digression. I'm sure you will be wanting to get back to Spagrix as soon as possible. Rapt Researcher. From Spagrix, are you? One moment, please. It's a crucial moment for observing the results of this experiment. There appears to be very little difference in how these fertilizer components interact. It's a delicate balance, so perhaps our measurements were off, but I would also consider whether it's the temperature that's causing the problem. Oh well. Fatale nectar, was it? Here you are. Have care that you put it to good use. Welcome back. Doubly so if you have what we need. Nectar and cuttings. Perfect. I'm sure we shall be putting this to good use right away. The patients haven't stopped coming, that's for certain. Our work can be grueling, I admit. It is for that reason that many who arrive with a mind to join our ranks find themselves quitting soon after. But we are so perpetually wanting for personnel. It's work worth doing, though, and I was glad to have your help with it today. Thank you. That was nice. Not interesting as a quest, but a nice story. Drill instructor. Made, not born. Maybe a sandwich? Everyone likes sandwiches. Oh, that isn't a warrior of darkness. What fortuitous timing. I'm worried about one of our recruits, you see? He was one of the residents of Holminster Switch, and after the attack, he fought to join up. But better to protect those he loves. Alas, it's not so easy as all that, is it? And because his training isn't having as immediate an effect as he wishes, he's become rather depressed. I don't know what to say to him. As his superior, I fear that he will take my encouragement as chastisement. If you spoke with him, however, he might take your words to heart. Can I ask you to attempt it? You will find him sighing to himself in Sweet Thief, like as not. Take him this as well. I think that nothing so reliably lifts the spirit as a full stomach. Why that corner again? There's no Everite close by. Behold of darkness, you must be mistaken. You can't possibly have reason to speak with me. You're not you when you're hungry or something? I don't know what to say. I don't deserve your kindness. I don't deserve your sandwich. Nonsense, you've been working hard. How do you know that? I mean, I have tried, but... Well, I had hoped that this would go differently, I suppose. I'm the guard now, yes. My spear still feels heavy and awkward in my hands. My knees still shake when I'm in combat. It wasn't meant to be like this. It sounds pathetic when I say it out loud, doesn't it? I had resolved to be like you, who came to our rescue when everything was at its most hopeless. Yet here I am, discouraged at the first sign of difficulty. There's nothing for it but to face my own weakness, is there? To overcome it. It won't make me a hero, but it's a step on that path. And seeing you again has reminded me that that's the path I want to follow, no matter what. It seems that your mere presence was enough to restore his fighting spirit. I cannot thank you enough. Nor can I. Thank you for coming to me when I most needed it. I swear that I will do my utmost to follow your example in the future. Sir, may I join you on patrol? Quite frankly, I need to practice. And you'll have it. With me, guardsman. On a good way, young man. Patrick. Oh, you have a Crystal XIV guest, aren't you? Quick, take this. Ah, got you. Now, I just need you to do this brief survey for me. It'll only take a few moments of your time. Speak to the people on that list, and when you return here, and tell me your thoughts on the current state of the Crystarium. Your cooperation is appreciated. Was that? Good day, madam. What brings you here? A few questions. Ah, a survey, is it? In that case, I shall gladly tell you of our facility. Here in ballistics, we store and maintain the weaponry used in defense of a Crystarium. Before you, you see our pride and joy, the Crystal Cannon. These truly inspiring pieces of artillery unleash blasts of pure aether drawn from the crystal itself. The destructive power they boast will even obliterate most sin eaters, if you can believe it. It's slightly unfortunate that they're so difficult to aim, I admit, but that's nothing that the addition of a few more cannons can't solve. Just try to dodge a dozen different blasts coming in a general direction, you creepy bastards. That's the idea anyway. I suppose I should let you get on with touring the other facilities. But if you have any more questions, you know where to find me. I'd offer to give a demonstration of the cannons, but people around here tend to get a bit testy when I blow holes in the walls. The explanation will have to suffice for now, I'm afraid. Wrote into one of Patrick's surveys, were you? I tried to keep it brief then, for both our sakes. And anyway, you're likely already aware that Amaru are vital in the distribution and transport of goods, fleet and hardy as they are. They can't transport as much in one go as a chocobo or carriage, of course, but the time is saved by their ability to fly more than makes up for that. There's no faster way to get something to the settlements and fortifications in Lakeland than by Amaru, that's for certain. You stand now in the primary area for loading goods for transport, and as you can see, the launch platform extends behind me. If you want the Amaru to carry you rather than a parcel, that can be arranged here as well. You need only speak with the tamers at the counter. In fact, if you have not had the opportunity to ride an Amaru, I wholeheartedly recommend that you do so while here. It's more comfortable than it looks, owing to the softness of their coats. Take that as my parting advice to you. Oh, can I assist you in locating a particular volume? Pitrick sent you to learn of a cabinet of curiosity. Very well, I shall endeavor to grant you insight into its purpose. The many books that surround you have been collected from every corner of Northrend. Tomes of philosophy, history, art, but also fairy tales and personal memoirs. Any written work, regardless of its level of sophistication or monetary value, is a significant, if small, portion of our collective knowledge. That knowledge as a whole is what a cabinet contains. Of course, there are others far more versed in the depth and breadth of a collection than I. Have you spoken with Moen? Yep. Excellent. Well, if you ever are interested in perusing tomes pertaining to a particular subject, either he or I would be more than happy to assist you. And for our part, we would welcome the addition of any volumes that you may happen upon during your travels. We just talked to you for your own quest. This is Temenor's rookery, with a breed, race and trained beasts of burden. You might have noticed that the staff is primarily Zun. That is because, as a formerly nomadic tribe, the Zun developed the majority of the techniques for Amaro husbandry that are still in practice today, and many of us are trained in them from an early age. I personally pride myself not only on knowledge of my trade, but also the ability to impart it to others. It is much easier to learn something than to teach it, but unless each of us makes the effort to do both, all our ancestors strove for will someday be lost to time. Yeah, he's not wrong. He's a bit cheeky, but he's not wrong. You returned, so tell me, how do you find the Crystarium thus far? I think its people are remarkably conscientious. Right you are, everyone here in the Crystarium has a part to play, and they do so with passion and dedication. One of my own roles, by the way, is to conduct the research for the Settlements Council. We want our work to reflect community values and address outstanding areas of need. And the opinion of those who are newly come to the city are always valuable in that respect. On behalf of the Council, I thank you for taking the time to respond, and I assure you that your personal information will be kept strictly confidential. Pour one out. Good morrow, ma'am. I'm terribly sorry to ask this of a patron, but could you perchance find the time to make a delivery for me? Just yesterday, you see, a customer, not a regular, I believe he's visiting from outside the Crystarium, came asking after a particularly strong spirit that we're known to serve. At the time, we had just run out, but I offered that our supplier would have more ready today. He told me that would be fine, but that he would require it be delivered to his lodgings. He then paid quite a handsome sum in advance, for consuming more than a half-dozen pints of ale in short order and wandering off. The whole experience was incredibly odd. I do of course fully intend to provide him with the alcohol that he paid for, but I also cannot help but be concerned by his behavior. It seems to me that someone ought to check on him. Alas, between brewing and serving the customers, I can't seem to find the time to slip away. Could I impose upon you to deliver the liquor in my stead, and inquire as to whether the man is quite well? I should have the alcohol in question ready at Musica Universalis, and as for our eccentric patron, you will find him at the Catenaries, assuming he gave me the correct information. Here on behalf of Dalford, I have a liquor right here. You'll be delivering this to a customer at the Catenaries, right? In that case, you'd do well to speak with the manager there. He's a helpful sort, should make sure it gets to the right person. How might I be of service? Ah, I see. That guest is somewhat indisposed, I'm afraid to say, but will ensure that the liquor is delivered into his hands, if you entrust it to me. As to his condition, it does seem to be rather severe. His cries echoed through the corridors late into the evening. Judging by what I glimpsed, I fear that it is a mere matter of time ere he turns. But you need not concern yourself with that. Rest assured that we have matters well in hand here. Turns him. A matter of time before he turns, you say? I suppose that does explain it. It's hardly a wonder that he turned to drink. I'm sure you would agree. In the throes of such agony and despair, what can a man do? I know that it will bring him solace in the end, but nevertheless I thank you for making the delivery. About to turn into a sin eater. Do you believe in magic? Oh, stranger, please, you must help me. I fled here from Holminster Switch, but I lost my necklace along the way. I noticed what's missing as I passed the Church of the First Light, but I couldn't go back, and now the guards tell me that Lakeland is too dangerous for me to go and search for it. I know I should be glad that I escaped with my life, and I am, but that necklace was a gift from my father, and it's all I have to remember him by. If you can travel freely, then please, bring it back to me. Now this one leads out of the city, and I think this one here as well. Scars of War. But I think, as this has a picture, I think I'd do it in a separate episode. Because this appears to be a quest chain. Polished horn necklace. And bring it back. Nothing too crazy. I hardly dare hope, but... Is it this one? You did find it? Oh, thank you. I've worn this since I was a child, ever since my father first made it for me. The horny craft for it was magic, he said. It would protect me when I roamed the hills. I had thought myself much too old to believe in such things, but nevertheless, when the eaters came for me, I begged it to keep me safe one last time. Just then, a young elven woman appeared, brandishing a glowing blade. She cut quite a dashing figure as she fought to protect me, like a prince from a fairy tale. And when she stood over the vanquished eaters, she smiled at me and said, "You're safe." Alice? I knew then that the necklace had answered my prayers, for that could not have been anything but magic. As long as I have it, I know that I will be alright. Saved by Alice, I suspect. Good, but that was everything in the city except for one I think is a quest chain. So I would end the episode here. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace and don't get lost.